Okay, I think it's off. Okay, let's go ahead and start. I think we were about to listen to Dahlia give testimony about what she saw. Regarding the murder between Terry Fowles, I think is his name, and something. I don't remember the cop's name. Anyway. Alright, where did I save it? Is it this one? Okay, yeah, it's this one. She's the one who took the photograph of the incident. Let me make sure the volume's turned up. 16 and 1, okay. The witness's photograph. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wild flowers. Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police. Wait, she called the police? By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred? I believe the map would be of help here. I was standing right over here. I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs. So you took the photo from that location, eh? I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to. Ho 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 ho, what a cute camera, just like its owner. Camera added to the court record. Alright then, Miss Faye, time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel. Yes, please. I mean, nah, just kidding. Alright, photograph. I guess we'll go ahead and press everything. Just using my camera. Did you say wildflowers? Wait, before we do anything, I want to see what it said. Melissa Foster took the witness's photo with this, a small but powerful model. Okay. Did you say wildflowers? Yes, the mountain is famous for its beautiful spring wildflowers. But it's only February. Well, I couldn't wait for spring to come. Oh, I know just how you feel. It's just like when I first started growing this glorious beard of mine. I just couldn't wait, so I wore a dyed blonde Santa beard until mine grew in properly? What? Would you mind if we got back to the facts of this case, Your Honor? See, then I noticed there were two people on the bridge. Let me look at the map real quick. Can I see where the people were standing? I guess they were standing close to where the boards are missing. It's not showing me. Alright. Was there anything strange about the two of them? I'm a bad girl, I know I am. It looked like they were having a really serious conversation up there. So I decided to watch them, like some kind of peeping Tom. No, not at all. Everyone is like that. I love watching other people fight, too. In fact, I can't get enough of it. What? Is that why you're a judge? Oh, that's what you said. Actually, that's why I took this job in the first place. Too much info, Your Honor. It's like a sick fantasy. First we got the straps, and now it's some weirdo that likes listening to people fight. In any case, it's perfectly natural for you to have kept watching them. especially dressed as they were. Well, anyway, I was watching them very closely. Suddenly they just started fighting. Do you have any idea what they were fighting about? No, I have no idea. Why do you ask that? Oh, I just thought that maybe you overheard what they said. Oh, great. I would never eavesdrop. I've got more class than that. That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the witness down to your level. Grr. Do you want me to get you some cough medicine or no? No? Okay. You think you like her hold it better than her objection? Okay. Hey, Shot, how are you doing? So they hurried into the photo. Why did you take a photo? Well, the two of them were really going at it. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. But she doesn't want to eavesdrop? She's weird. I guess that part of me just kind of took over. Smells like a lie to me. Yes, I understand completely. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. I still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on. What? So he wanted to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearing on this. All I could do was to use my camera. So I took a photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police. Right after that, I called the police. Let's see. Pretty sure they said somewhere that... Oh well. Right after that, I called the police. You called the police? Yes, because it looked to me like the murderer was going to try to escape. We were already moving before the call even came in. Thanks to the victim's note, we had already started our operation. No, I didn't show them my badge. I didn't need to. I haven't been showing any evidence yet. I've just been pressing testimony. Thanks to the victim's note, we had already started our operation. That was certainly tough luck for the criminal, eh? If Terry Falls isn't the criminal, then there must be something strange in the girl's testimony. Be careful, kitten. Oh, I thought he was gonna say something else. Be careful, kitten. That girl has the judge wrapped around her little finger. You're going to have a tough time poking holes in that testimony of hers. You're going to have to come up with something really good, Mia. Alright, is it something about the camera? This is the witness's photo. The court needs to do something about the butterfly infestation. They're moths. I hate when there's moths in my house. Let's see. Whoops! I didn't mean to present. I'll go ahead and take the fall for it because I didn't save. I wish it would let me look at the court record without worrying about pressing. Oh, did I? Yeah. Whatever. Let's see, 2 people standing up on the suspension bridge. What crucial moment is she talking about? Because it looks like they're just standing there.
Objection!
Witness! When you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally, that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see, the photo we presented was the only one there was. But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it. Nope! My apologies, young lady. But Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit. He can certainly downplay a situation, can't he? I'm sorry. I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up. The film, I mean. You ran out of film? This was the photo. This photo was the last one. What? Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all of the photographs she took that day. All the other photos are of the witness herself playing among the wildflowers. What? The witness herself? Then who took the photos? Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it. So you took photos of yourself? I remember taking some photos of myself once too. You're glad this takes place in the time of real film? Yeah. I remember taking some photos. Oh, okay. Please, no details. Gross! It seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all. Wait, just a minute. Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh? Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet. What? You take pictures of yourself all the time? I know. It's just something weird for someone to just say and not say anything else afterwards. I take pictures of myself. Let's see. Very well then, let's go back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed. Yes, Mr. Judge. Boy, this guy is really a sucker for sweet talk. Ha! It looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention. Yeah, it's sickening. I'm using my camera to take pictures of wildflowers. Oh. So did they update this? That it has a... Oh yeah, it has a timer function. And I noticed there were two people sitting on the bridge, so they just started fighting. The victim turned around and tried to run away, but she only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back. Okay, I think I know what I'm supposed to show here. I think I'm supposed to show the same thing, the photo. Either the photo or the map. Because she says she was standing right to the left of where it says Eagle River. She was standing on that edge. And the picture shows the man on the left and the woman on the right, which means she couldn't run away. There's not enough bridge. So hopefully I described that well enough for you without being able to see the cursor. We were also being creepy with that comment. Oh. Well, there was that one video that you made. It may have been multiple videos. Anyways. Let's see. But let's go ahead and press her on it. The victim turned around and tried to run away, but... Why do you think she tried to run away? With her police training, she certainly knew better than to turn her back on a criminal. This was a large, powerful man with a knife. If it had been a quaggy woman like you, I'm sure she would have acted differently. What? Quaggy? What does that mean? Why you? I actually want to look this up. Oh, I have no idea what quaggy means. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Sorry, just give me 1 second. What of the nature of or resembling a quagmire? Marshy, boggy, soft or flabby? Quaggy flesh? What? Alright. If it had been me, I probably would have jumped into the river. There's still something wrong with this testimony. She only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back. So you're saying Sergeant Hawthorne wasn't able to get away from him? Well, it's a narrow bridge and it was swaying back and forth. If you ask me, both of them were in danger of falling off. That's some quaggy flesh you've got there. That was the actual word that they put in the definition. If you ask me, both of them were in danger of falling off. I only wish I could have done something to help her. That seems to make sense. I wonder about that. Something seems kind of off. Ha! You have a good sixth sense. When you feel that something's off, that's when you need to figure out why. If Terry Fowles isn't the criminal, then there must be a... You've already seen that. The spell check here does not recognize the word. It must be a word that not many people use. I've never even heard of it. Quaggy. Let's see. It was just like the other word. There was another word that I had to look up, and that one didn't even have a damn definition. It used the word in the definition, which doesn't tell me the definition of the damn word. Alright, let me save it. I don't know if we show her the picture or the map. Probably the map, though. Yeah. Yeah. Witness, your testimony is a joke. Huh? What? But? I just... Would you please stop stuttering? Miss Faye, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry. Sounds like a word made up in the Scooby-Doo show. It does. That's Quaggy, Shaggy. Shaggy Quaggy. One short testimony and two bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse. You say there were two contradictions? It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the two of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well, then she would have hit a dead end. You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have ran even 5, because dusky bridges collapsed on that side. Whoa, what does all this mean? It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it. This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court. Stop stuttering. Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion. What do you mean? There's one major mistake in the diagram. What did you say? What are you referring to? It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it. A beautiful lady lying? That almost never happens. So you're saying... I'm saying that even though the bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident. That's ridiculous! You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. Ha! That guy is good. Huh? What do you mean? He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright. That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy. What? That coward. Well, Miss Faye, it seems you've once again made a reckless accusation. I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself. No. It wasn't your fault at all. Just this quaggy old lady. Now then, shall we go on with the trial? Now that I've looked up that word, I'm going to use it all the time since nobody uses it. Quaggy. I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw. Indeed. Alright, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony? But it's so hard to go on. We're all on your side, Miss Foster. There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Running from the crime. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. Witnessing such violence must have been difficult. Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up. If he accepts this testimony as it is, we're finished. Don't say that. Oh well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make a really great mocha latte. Ooh. That's why they put this judge for this one. They wanted him to be all over her, and it would be a little less creepy with this guy. What? This trial isn't over yet. Ha! That's what I like to hear. Alright, Miss Faye, your cross-examination, if you please. The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack. Man, my nails are so long. I want to go get my nails done, but my ring finger on my left hand, I have a habit of chewing my nails. And for them to get this long is like amazing. And anyways, I was bad and I chewed my nail on my left ring finger. So now I've got all these long nails and then one really short one. So I can't get my nails done. Anyways, sorry, just random random banter. Running from the crime. After you stabbed her in the back, okay. Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down on the bridge? Actually, maybe she did fall. Of course she didn't fall down on the bridge. If she'd fallen down, this photo wouldn't make any sense. If that was the case, her coat would have been all muddy. It would have been all quaggy. If you don't mind, I was asking the witness. No need to be so rude. Well, young lady? Of course she didn't fall down. The man in the prison uniform grabbed her before she could. So stabbed her in the back and then grabbed her before she collapsed? Ha! We're one step too slow. And then, what did the defendant do after that? Carried her to the car. Well, how did she know about the car? You personally witnessed that? Yes. Did anything strange happen when he did that? Well, I don't know if you'd call it strange or not, but that's when the victim's scarf fell off. You mean this scarf? Her words match what we found at the scene. I don't see any problems. Suppose that's the only way you can make sure the body was hidden. You need to cut your nails, they're getting too long for a dude. And none of them have been chewed of late. I usually end up chewing my thumbnail. I do too! My thumbnails are actually really short, but not as short as the other ones, because I don't know, I can somehow chew my thumbnails off without it getting too low, but for whatever reason my other fingers, it's hard to prevent it from all coming off. Ugh. Anyways, my husband's nails get really long too. He's always scratching me, even his toenails. Alright, I suppose that'd be the only way you kept the body hidden. You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself? Yes! Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would be difficult. Yes, but let's remember they were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse. Is it even possible for him to have carried a dead body on a bridge like that? Well, the fact of the matter is that he did. That kind of talk is just silly. It's quaggy. Wow, why did he get so emotional all of a sudden? Miss Faye, if you think there's some other possibility, please share it with the rest of us. He couldn't leave the body on the bridge. Why do you say that? It's already a broken down bridge hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it? Yes, but the mountain is famous among hikers. A surprising number of people go up there. But it's February, right? And it was raining that day, correct? There's also a small temple and channeling dojo there. You know those monks. They just love cold, isolated places. I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse could have been found at any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting what she witnessed with her own eyes. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. And you're absolutely certain that it was my client who was carrying the body. Well, he was wearing a prisoner's uniform, but as for his face... So you're saying you didn't get a clear look at his face? Well, they were far away and it was raining as well. I thought I was only supposed to say exactly what I saw. Excellent! You're a remarkably honest young woman. Something about this testimony is bothering me. What? Hey, kitten, have you ever put salt in your coffee? What? No, why would I? Why not? Huh? It may actually go better with coffee than sugar, right? Ugh. Listen, my point is, if you're not sure, you might as well add a ton of salt to it. It might bring out the rust in something, like a piece of evidence. He's right, Mia. Go present something. You've got nothing to lose, except our credibility. By the way, I wouldn't put salt in my coffee. The two don't go well after all. Well, what do I have? I've got the camera. It was found on the bridge. Maybe it's that. Yeah, he found it on the bridge. Well, it doesn't say anywhere in the testimony. Whatever. I want to say that we show... Autopsy report. That she was stabbed in the back. I don't know. And that it would be difficult to grab her. I don't know. I haven't a clue. We show her the badge! Oh no, it says he stabbed her in the back. He quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he tried to carry her over to the car. What's that? Okay. We'll do it quietly, please. Let's see. I cannot think of what to show. Died from blood loss. What time is the picture taken? Does it show that? No, it doesn't show what time. Did you get to look at autopsy reports at your job? Is it of any use to figure out how to properly present someone, or do you just simply look at them to figure that out? Yes, I did have to look at autopsy reports. It's very rare that something is there that is not marked in the report, but you have to kind of check it. But I have looked at autopsy reports before. I've had to remove brains. I was trained to remove eyeballs for donation and stuff like that. Is it of any use to figure out how to properly present someone? No. An autopsy is pretty basic. All autopsies look the same for the most part, unless, you know, there's other damage like a broken arm or, you know, scratches on the face, which we've had those before. But a general autopsy is usually internal things they're looking for, so it's the Y incision is not a big deal unless it's a woman and they want to put like a dress showing the chest or something. And maybe you have to, well, even though the head, it's all done in the back of the head, so you wouldn't see that at all. So unless they've got scratches on them or something, that's all we'd have to cover up. I had a guy once, I was watching this guy, I think he was trying to close the mouth properly so that it didn't just randomly open up during the service. And he accidentally cut her lip, like right in the corner of her mouth, and like made her mouth wider. Oh, it was awful. We were just like, oh crap. We had to use wax to kind of hide that. I don't know if he was nervous or what. I don't know. Anyway. Carried her over to the car. I request one of my eyes be donated, then I want a patch on it. The last real pirate. Yeah, you can request to have your eyes donated. You'd go to I guess you would do it at the DMV or whatever. I don't know where you go to have your organs donated. Not the black market. My son said the black market. Gosh. Not eyes. Just one. Yeah, you could just have one donated, I'm sure. I don't know. You'd have to go to the donations office or where. I don't know where you go to do it. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the museum exhibits where they have like flayed humans. They're not really flayed, but it's just you know, people donated the bodies to science and they have the skin peeled off and it's just the muscle. At the very end of the exhibit, there was a booth to sign up for organ donation and stuff. So I don't know. I have no idea. Let's look at her. I may want to press her again because I bet it's one of these things where you gotta press her multiple times. Stabbed her in the back and quickly picked her up in his arms. No, I think they specifically told me I had to present something though. Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down the bridge? Her coat would have been all quaggy. No need to be so rude. You're going to donate one of everything. There's 2 of. Don't get greedy, science. Just 1 kidney. Let's see. We're 1 step too slow. Pretty sure kidneys and eyes are the only things in pairs. I don't know if you can donate your lungs. I guess you could. Carried her to the car. Okay, I think it's this. We show the map because she couldn't see the car. Oh, testicle. Sorry, I was thinking of women. I don't know if you can donate your testicles though. I don't know. I didn't work at a donations office. I think all the other organs were taken out by a different kind of doctor, like at the hospital, like the coroner. I think the coroner is the one that does the donations, except for the eyeballs, I guess. Because for whatever reason, we were trained to do eyeballs, but that was it. Nothing else. Not kidneys or lungs, just the eyeballs. Okay, no, not this. The map. Okay, that wasn't it. We'll take the hit because I didn't save again. It could very well be. Here, take this penalty. What's the problem? Pointer fingers are made for pointing. What? Let's see. She said she saw him drag the body to the car. But there's no way she saw the car. Like, how did she know the car was even there? Let me press again. That's what middle fingers are for. You personally witnessed that? Yes. See, she said she saw it. She couldn't have seen that. Anything strange happen? He carried the bridge all by himself? Yes. Maybe that's where I'm supposed to, You couldn't just leave it on the bridge. I don't really have any proof that the bridge was quaggy. Oh man. about profiles? Nah, I don't think I have to show any profiles. What's with his face? It's like he pressed his face against barbed wire or something. It's like he has a grid on his face.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Oh, it was quaggy. So very quaggy. Valerie Hawthorne.
He got two quaggy. That's what happened to his face.
Let's go ahead and save. 5. What? Crystal farted? That bitch. Nah, just kidding.
Killer.
Get the knife! Nah, kidding.
Alright. Get the toy.
I couldn't just leave the body on top of the... Oh, he couldn't just leave the body on the bridge. I have no idea. He could have just dropped the body into the river. It would have been easier. I wonder if we do it here then. Let me save it.
Objection!
I did it. I did it. A killer not wanting his victim to be found, I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Well? What is it? Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. Ah! In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur at that same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water. Crystal? Hi! Hi, Crystal! You want some cake? I don't know if it's still good. Okay. You can be the guinea pig. Oh, your tongue is so cute! She's still got her tongue out. Oh, you're so cute. Come here. I want to pet you.
That's scary.
Dude, don't lick me! Can I pet you without you licking me? Stop licking me! He's so cute. He's so pretty. Don't lick me, please. Don't lick me with your anus tongue. There you go. Alright, order! 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 Sorry. my attention's been all over the place. She licks her anus with that tongue. I don't want her licking me. I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Faye, but I must admit it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river. You can't say your tongue is so cute without expecting it to be kissed. Jeez, what? She just like had her tongue sticking out just a little bit while I was talking to her, and she was just moving her head around with her tongue out. It was so cute. But I don't want to be licked. Ugh. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? How sad. Perhaps Miss Faye would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Quite true. Miss Faye, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all.
Objection!
But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous.
Objection!
Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car. That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Ugh. Please, witness, go on with your testimony. Shh. What? I have an itch. I'll try. All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again. Who is he talking about? She's an expert at killing people over bridges. Alright, I'll do my best. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. Alright, I think this is where we were like, show her the map, because there's no way she could have seen this. You couldn't just leave the body. Okay, let's go ahead and press. I'm gonna save it first. Hold it! What did the man do then? Well, naturally, he got in the car and was about to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police. And so that's when you called the police? You're sure that you saw all that with your own eyes? Yes, I'm 100% certain that I'm a liar. I don't know why we couldn't present this earlier, because it's obvious she couldn't see the car, but whatever.
Objection!
Don't go to him. Come to me, Crystal.
That was scary.
She like jiggled her legs. Did I scare you? Don't lick me. You're so pretty.
That's your way of saying
You're
let
so
go of
pretty.
me.
There you go. Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time. Done what? Made a crucial mistake. A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye? The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes? Who does she love more? The ultimate test. I don't think she likes me very much. Yes, and? It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken your photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you tried to see the car. This outcropping of rock is directly in the way. Ah! That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car, or known that it was stolen. Ah! I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car. That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine. I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge. But the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff. Ah! Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff. But still, you claim to have been able to see the killer's car. No! Order! Order! Order in the court! What is the meaning of all this ballyhoo? What? What is the meaning of all this quaggy? Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it.
Objection!
But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Oh! Mr. Judge? What is it? I think I must have remembered things wrong.
Hold it!
Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that.
Objection!
Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. Is it to err or to err? I don't know. Is human. To forgive, divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here. What? That's not fair. Ha! Save the tears for later, kitten. Mr. Armando! Don't look back until the trial is over. Now is the time to go forward. But that wasn't fair! Okay, kitten, you need to relax. Then you need to remember. The other kitten's testimony. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. So tell us, how did you know that? How did you know that he broke into the trunk? Aha! Until you can explain how you knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom. Well, witness? Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain they were scratch marks from when he broke into it. Cha-cha-cha-cha-chia! Cha-cha-cha-chia! Everyone else was stuttering. I felt left out. Stop stuttering! I'm certain they were scratch marks from when he broke into it. What? Let me see that photo. It's true, these certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied? The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. What she just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere? Let me save it. It doesn't work. She shouldn't have been able to see it. Melissa Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself. What? You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers, but even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Finally, I finally got her. Ha! I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. Then perhaps it would be faster if Ms. Faye explained herself. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... she put the corpse in herself. She happened to be passing by. She's the owner of the car! I think maybe she did it herself. Let's save it. Yeah, she put the corpse in herself. There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches. Yes? What is it? Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was... Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that... I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Fowles had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. But he stole the car. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Which means that the key would have still been in the ignition. Oh, I see. Stop stuttering. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. I don't know if I think she's capable of carrying a body. I don't think she carried the body, though. Nobody's saying she carried the body. Just that she put it in there. Well, I guess you'd have to pick it up. It's actually not that hard to carry a body. But, anyway. It couldn't have been Mr. Fowles that put the body in the trunk. No! It could be that she had help. Preposterous! To even suggest that the witness put the body in there? If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse would only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time, she was taking photographs. Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing! On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Ms. Foster herself. I carry bodies all the time. Well, I used to. I don't think you can make a mistake about it. Take a look at her camera. It has a timer built into it. Even a mini tripod. Almost as if the camera was brought just to take this picture. What are you trying to say then, Miss Fay? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed? Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly, she was not in the field. Would the defense please explain further? Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? In answering this question, we'll also make clear Miss Foster's true identity. Well then, please answer this question. Where was Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred? I'm not sure. I don't know! Maybe over here? She could have been over here since the bridge supposedly was not broken. I don't know. She was in the river! Can I just show you my badge? Naturally, the witness was standing right here. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Before pointing out where the witness was standing, Miss Fay should do something herself. She should figure out where she stands, if you catch my drift. Oh, don't worry, the drift was certainly caught. It was a fart. Yes, failure is an excellent opportunity. Okay. Oh, yes, thank you. Maybe she was in the car? Actually, is she here? Naturally, the witness was right here. Oh, I just guessed. But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Order! 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 Miss Fay, what on earth? Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim. How asinine! Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Fowles. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne. What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo? Didn't I just tell you? It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. What? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Fowles met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. Edgeworth is getting edgy with his potty mouth. It was you, Melissa Foster. Mamma me. Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Fowles himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne. But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted. But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore. You're just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof? I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Fowles had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like because of this. I'll show you, just in case. He said to wear a white scarf for identification because he forgot. What did she look like? Mr. Fowles had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification. Namely, this quaggy scarf. Ah! It was Mr. Fowles who requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you're wearing a scarf like he said, or asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Except a man, I guess. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster? No. What's the word of the day, people? Quaggy. Quaggy. Ugh. I can't do the G very well in a high-pitched voice. Quaggy. Where's Miss Foster? She's collecting herself in the lobby. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why did she do it? Well, isn't that obvious? She's the true criminal. Ha! Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are instructed to wait in the lobby. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, I need water. Saying quaggy so many times makes your throat quaggy. Understood. Very well, this court is in recess. Yay! Bring. Let me go ahead and save it real quick. February 16th, 1:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. Fear. I'm sorry, I'm sorry! Oh wait, I think she said I'm sorry. Oh well. Mia turned into a retard for a second. I want to say thanks, you're real good. You really hooked me up. Thanks. We're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime. Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we've got to get past. Obstacle? Your teeth hurt looking at that? Oh, whenever you chews on the that ball and chain. Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway? Motive, huh? Anyway, we're still badly in need of information. Information. Right. What we need the most is info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing. What is it? Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for. I didn't do nothing! I didn't kill nobody! I never lied! Mr. Fowles, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago. Okay, I trust you. That day, 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. This picture, it reminds me everything. Bridge looks same, just like 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart any minute. Ugh, stop talking. So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years. Ha! Sorry, buddy, but you don't sound like one that could fall apart at any minute. But you sound like one that could fall apart at any minute. It's true. I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne. Your girlfriend? Huh? Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne? The victim's last name. Dahlia Hawthorne, Valerie's little sister. Whoa, what? Are you serious? The girl, let her go! Shut up! Come closer and I'll kill her! Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for a kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can understand why she did it. Wrong! No protect sister! Valerie betrayed me! Betray us! What do you mean she betrayed you? Everything! All lies! All make-believe! Kidnapping, too! A make-believe kidnapping? Dahlia, my girlfriend! My love! My teen angel! Did he actually say my teen angel? He's seen one too many soap operas. I do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says. Anything Dahlia says? Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by... Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie too. Valerie was in on it? Dahlia's family rich. Jewelry business. We get one jewel, that's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We sent to her dad. Asked for $2 million diamond, tell him make exchange on Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer cause she knew detective. Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the $2 million 3 ways, huh? Yeah, but the woman... That woman, Valerie, she do it for real! She shoot at me for real! Me and Dahlia! Bang! Goodbye. I was shot in arm. Dahlia, she jumped in river. Can we stop talking? Just shut up. Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you? I couldn't do it! I could never push her! Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over. And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence. I couldn't believe it! That woman, she betrayed me! That man, Terry Fowles, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into a roaring river 40 feet below. These 5 years, all I wonder is why? Why? Why did she lie? That's all I want to know. So that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself. Yes, but I forgot what she looked like, so I tell her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear an answer come from her mouth, that's all. You like my suburban white dude trying to be city voice? So that's why. That's why you made a crazy escape like that. Just one thing, zebra boy. Stop asking him questions! My senses are tingling all over. Whoa, okay. Tell me, Mr. Fowles. Where is it? Huh? Where's what? Come on now, kitten. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it? I don't know. Huh? You don't know? No, really, I don't know. It's gone with Dahlia. With Dahlia? That day on the bridge. Dahlia put it in backpack. He gave Armando ASMR. I'm good at ASMR. Here, let me... Where's those things? Where's this? I got 2 balls here. I'm gonna gently bash them together.
You didn't do it right.
My son's been doing that like all weekend.
All weekend, I did it like 3 times in one day.
Over the weekend.
Not over the weekend, on one day of the weekend.
Now gone with Dahlia. Gone forever. It's Eagle River.
There's more. Boom, boom, boom. See, you found it funny.
It was funny. It was just really loud when you kept doing it more than once.
What?
It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute. It's so hard to continue now. Huh?
His face, he looks weird. Is he crying or?
Yes, he's crying. You can come back in now. We're about ready to go. Mr. Fowles, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne? Never found her, my sweet Dahlia. I give you ASMR. Smash, smash, smash. They never found her. Swallowed by river. Gone, Dahlia, my teen angel. Your teen angel? How old was she anyway? I'm gonna totally highlight that. How old was she anyway? Just 14. 14? I guess you were robbing cradles before diamonds. She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth $2 million. Man, oh man, angels these days. Fowles takes the fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really, It's time, kitten. It looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeves now. You bet. Yeah, I know it's normal in Japan. I didn't say anything about it. They said something about it. Diamond added to the court record. The training wheels come off now. Mia, you've got to strike while the iron is hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it. Remember it. I think 12 or 13 is like the legal age of that kind of stuff. My son's in the room. February 16th, 1:49 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. No, I said my son. That's not your name. Now then. Shh. Alright, now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Fowles. Witness! Are you feeling better? I'm still laughing about the ASMR. Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best. Your son is all. Can we move to Japan? No. You're a brave young lady. Not this again. I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, trying to pin the crime on an innocent student is... What are you talking about? My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That's all. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? It's certainly hard to imagine this woman was a murderer. Her motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next. Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive? Yes, of course. I think. Ha! You're still acting as tame as a kitten. Kitten? Mr. Armando? Listen, a lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me, may I speak, Mr. Judge? Of course. Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like. I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why. I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true. I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady. It looks like this witness is a real professional. Well, what do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click! She lightens up. Very well then, let's hear what the witness has to say. Melissa Foster's history. I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I had never been to Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Or kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster. Out of the contrary, eh? Out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. You're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. Yeah, you bet. The why is so hard. Yeah. Somehow I have to tie her to this case. Alright, let's just press her on everything. So, what country were you living in then? We were all living abroad, but my parents were killed. It was a brutal civil war. She had to try to make her way back home alone. I lost everything. I didn't even have any personal identification. What kind of sob story is this? What do I do? Should I press her for details? Press her harder! Witness, answer my question. I'll even repeat it for you. What country were you in? Your Honor, this line of questioning is childish. What country she was in and how many languages she may speak are irrelevant here. What we're here to evaluate is whether this witness has any connection to this case. I've lived abroad ever since I was a little girl. That's why I could never have known Mr. Fowles or Detective Hawthorne. Yes, I think we've established that point. Yes, indeed. Well then, shall we add what you've just stated to the official testimony? Yes, please, Mr. Judge. You didn't know either person? Are you certain of that? Yes. I'm afraid I'm rather shy around people. Oh well, that can't be helped. Why is he just agreeing with everything that comes out of her mouth? The first time you saw either of them was when they were on the bridge, correct? Yes, it really was a coincidence. Until I entered college, I had never been to Eagle Mountain. So what made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyway? I just love being outdoors. Picnics, hiking, you know, that sort of thing. You don't look like much of a hiker to me, but you do look like a digger of sorts. But Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here, and no trains run through there. There are plenty of mountains that are closer and easier to get to. Well, I went there once with the college hiking club. I fell in love with its stark, desolate beauty and its cold yet romantic gloominess. She just said she'd never been there before. Didn't know you were such a goth. By the way, what's the name of your college? Are we sure the witness was not visiting the judge in his chambers? Probably. The prosecution objects to any questions that involve the witness's private life. All that matters is that she is a material witness to a crime. The witness doesn't need to respond to questions that are clearly malicious in intent. It's not malicious, she was just asking what college she's from. Thank you, she's really gone too far. She just asked what college you went to. Miss Faye, you're treading on thin ice here. I hardly said anything. Talk about sensitive. Certainly don't have any reason to harm a police officer. Perhaps, but your behavior that day was very suspicious. Not only have you contradicted yourself in court, but you know things you shouldn't. For example, the scratches on the trunk of the car. Well, that's... Unfortunately, Miss Faye, your last statement proves nothing. Oh, really? And why is that? The witness came to the police station once to identify the suspect. It's entirely possible that, at the time, an officer showed her this photo. That seems like a rather serious mistake. Ha! That's the oldest trick in the prosecutor's book. That's not fair. That wicked inmate. I'll never be able to forget that horrible day. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified. A grudge? You're coming home? Yay! Let me finish the cross-examination, or pressing everything, and then we'll go ahead and stop. Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death. Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt. My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges. He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well. What do you mean by that? Your client. He forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well. Well, she's right about that. Mr. Fowles is kind of forgetful. Let's press harder. You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What do you mean by that? Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right? Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification. Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me. That's true. He's clearly a bitter man. This is bad. Mr. Fowles' reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with the last statement? Let's have it added. I mean, there's an option for it. Your Honor, what the witness said just now was tremendously important. I'd like it added to the official testimony. The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and a mentally unbalanced one at that. The testimony only helps to further prove that point. No, that's not why I... Enough! Witness, if you would. My pleasure, Mr. Judge. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. What do you mean by lucky? Well, it's February now. Everyone is wearing scarves. If I had accidentally worn a white scarf like he said, then you yourself might have been killed. That would have been a terrible loss for this world. Ha! It looks like you pressed too hard this time, kitten. Mr. Armando? Keep looking around and you're going to lose sight of the finish line. Justice is blind, but she's not deaf. Sometimes you have to know when not to talk. Let's see, just think about the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster. Hey, baby. You knew about that incident? But weren't you out of the country until the year before last? Well, I saw a report about the escaped convict on the news. They had an in-depth report about his whole history. So you were still living abroad 5 years ago, is that right? Yes. I can't let her get away with these lies. Listen to me, she's neck deep in this whole thing. Somehow you're just going to have to get her to show the court her true self. Alright, and that's back to the beginning. So let's go ahead and stop here. Alright, I want to thank you guys for stopping by and watching my daughter play Roblox. And for watching me play Phoenix Wright. We should be back tomorrow with more Phoenix Wright and possibly Roblox. And we will see you next time. So take care and have a good night. Bye bye.